thing I'm most proud of, in fact, your paper wrote a bit about it. The man by the name of James Watley, who had a liver transplant, denied, he needed a liver transplant, Group Health denied it. I was able in my first session to pass a bill that would prevent any insurance company ever from denying a liver transplant or an organ transplant for people due to pre-existing conditions. So that I believe is not only was it important because it affected a person right here in Spokane, but it's the right thing to do. And when we were running that bill, I met other people who had family members that did not get organ transplants because of that barrier. And so it wasn't just this one man. I know somebody is not going to die because of that bill.
Well, first of all, experience counts. I've had 8 years' experience in the Washington State Legislature. I've had 2 major bills that were beneficial to Eastern Washington and the entire state of Washington. One was the Veterans Home for Eastern Washington. I got that in 2001. That's located now down at 5th and Collie. I was also a major promoter for the Veterans Cemetery, and we got that passed a couple of years ago, and that's located down at Medical Lake. And so I wasn't originally the prime sponsor, but later on I was just a sponsor of it. The other major bill that I passed was the felony DUI bill. That was passed in 2006. And we're about the last state in the union to pass that. As a matter of fact, according to the Washington State Patrol first year of implementation, we reduced the DUI death rate by 14%, saved 24 lives, and for that, March of 2007, I was awarded the National Traffic Safety Award, and they flew me back to Chicago for that. Oh, absolutely. No two ways about it. I definitely would. And as a matter of fact, all those taxes are driving people across the border to buy their cigarettes, candy, liquor, and everything else. So I call those tax increases, I call those the Idaho Economic Stimulus Act.
Yeah, I think, I look at the taxes that we imposed, which I voted against all of them, but irrespective, they became law. My view of that is that we clearly had a fiscal emergency, and those additional and new taxes clearly will help with our deficit, but they should be sunsetted, and once, I would vote to repeal them right away, as soon as we start to see the economic turnaround, because I don't want, in the long run, if we get back to where we were before and we have those additive taxes in addition to it, we've got perhaps more revenue than we ought to have at that point. So it's sort of the timing of when I'd do that.